It is the second day of January 2024. Many thanks for joining us right here on Lookuptv. My name is John Matava. We have a lot for you tonight. And of course, right here on Bottom Line KE, sitting in for Brian Amwai, our sign language interpreter on the other side is Josephine Oko. And let's get started. President William Ruto has raised concern over the abuse of the judiciary by individuals to sabotage the government program. Speaking in Nyandarua, Ruto accused cartels, who he says have taken captive the judicial offices to frustrate government efforts to taming the theft of public resources.
Itabidi sasa tuwe na mjadala na watu ambao wanapeleka makesi kotini kuzuia maendeleo katika taifa letu la Kenya.
President William Ruto has insisted that despite the nation being a democratic state which grants respect to the judiciary as an arm of the government, there must be a national conversation on the judicial abuse to settle political scores.
People with vested interest, people who are beneficiaries of the corruption in the former NHIF, ganging up with corrupt judicial officials to stall the program that is going to make it possible for ordinary citizens to access health care, so that a few corrupt characters, hospitals, fake doctors can continue to steal from NHIF. I want to tell them it will not happen in Kenya again, and we will stop it.
While attending a funeral service of Michael Maigo Waweru, the father to Senator John Medhu in Njabini, Nyandarua County, Ruto accused some elements of attempting to sabotage key government policies through legal avenues.
Who want to perpetuate judicial tyranny and judicial impunity, we will deal with them. We will fight with them. We will not allow them. They will not go far. Mimi nataka niwatangazie mapema. Mimi ni mtu ambaye naamini mahakama. I respect the judiciary. I respect the independence of the judiciary. But I also believe that the judiciary cannot be abused by a few corrupt judicial officials.
At the same time, Ruto challenged the opposition party to contribute in ideas that build the country instead of inciting violence and promoting chaos which have caused damage to the public and private property, businesses and bloodshed among citizens.
Badala ya kusumbua wananchi na kulete fujo na kulete vita, ambieni hawa wananchi mpango yenu tofauti na yetu ni gani? Yes, what is the alternative? Nyinyi, sisi tumesema tunataka tulipe ushuru, tuokoe Kenya kwa madeni. Nyinyi mtuambie yenu ni gani? Msituambie ati mnapanga ati vita, ati maandamano, ati kwenda kupiga kuharibu mali ya watu, ati kwenda kuumiza wananchi, ati kwenda kumwaga damu kuharibu biashara ya wananchi. Itaweza kusaidia Kenya kwa njia gani?
John Matava, Lookuptv. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has said the government has declared war on criminal gangs and promised to end the resurgence of the Mungiki in the Mount Kenya region. Speaking in Nyandarua, Gachagua directed the DCI offices to speed up investigations into the murder of the blogger Daniel Mudhiani, popularly known as Sniper.
Jana mimi nimekuwa jela pale Kingongo kutembelea wale watu ambao wamefungwa hapo, karibu watu 2,000, na wengi sana majority ni watu wa jamii hii. Na mimi sikusema tulalamike, wako pale. If they have committed crimes, the law is there, and we are saying criminals will be treated as criminals, not because of where you come from. Kwa hivyo tusiambiwe na mtu asiatuambie sisi ati wewe deputy president, ati hivi jana ni wetu, wachieni hao wafanye vile wanataka. Tukubali wasubue wakina mama tukiwekwa kwa serikali kweli? Tunaweza kubali? Hatuwezi. And that one, people should know very clearly that it cannot happen. And the fifth administration, led by President William Ruto, is not the one that will allow the resurgence of that criminal gang or other gangs ya kuja kusubuana na wananchi. And in the same token, even what has happened in Meru, huyo kijana ameuawa, the law must take its course. na tungetaka DCI to quickly conclude those investigations, and whoever is responsible must face the law, irrespective of your political persuasion, irrespective of your status in society, because the law is uniform to the people of Kenya, and that is what must happen.
Away from that, azimio leader Raila Odinga has urged elected leaders to focus on the core responsibilities and stay away from early campaigns. Speaking during a dinner organized by Kakamega Governor Fernandez Barasa at his Matungu residence, he emphasized that incessant premature campaigns are creating a perpetual state of political distraction, diverting attention from essential governance duties.
Ningependa kumtambua speaker, just come forward pia.
Tulitoka kwa uchaguzi mwaka jana. Tayari wakati huu wengine wameshadeclare mimi ni incoming MCA ya ward hii. Mwingine ni MCA, mimi sasa nataka kuwa mbunge wa Matungu. Mwingine ni mbunge nataka kuwa gavana. Ile msimu nakuja. Sisioni kama kuna kitu mbaya na kutaka kwenda juu. Ile kitu nasema ni kufanya ya mambo ya campaign inakuwa occupation. Maana yake hata gavana akiwa challenge sasa atawaje kufanya kazi na kuanza vile vile kufanya campaign. Kwa hivyo wakati itakuja wewe utasimama kama MCA, utasimama kama MP, utasimama kama women rep, kama senator, kama governor. Lakini tukianza kupigana sana hasa sisi watu wa ODM na ODM, pande hii au azimio na azimio, unaleta kufanya kazi na kuwa ngumu hata kwa governor kufanya kazi yake.
Ndiye speaker hapa katika assembly.
Two suspects believed to be involved in the murder of Kenyan-born Ugandan athlete Benjamin Kiplagat will be held in custody for 21 more days to allow investigations to be completed. The suspects David Ekai Lokere aka Timo, aged 25 years, and Peter Ushuru Kalumi, aged 30, appeared before Principal Magistrate Kese Cherono in Eldoret. The two were arrested on Monday after CCTV footage caught them trailing at the athlete. Benjamin was later found dead with stab wounds.
My decision is hinged upon Articles 243 all through to 245 of the Constitution. I've also considered the provisions of Article 58 of, I've also considered the provisions of Section 58 of the National Police Service Act, which provides for powers to arrest by the police. Further, I take careful consideration of the fact that the general welfare of the public is disturbed by the death of the deceased in this matter. It is in the best interest of justice that I allow the application by the prosecution to hold the suspect for 21 days. You have 14 days written of appeal. The suspect will be held at Eldoret Central Police Station for 21 days. We mentioned the matter on 24th of January 2024 before court started.
The investigation is still ongoing, and it is in the best interest of justice that the respondent be held in custody for 21 days so as to facilitate comprehension of the investigation.
With a new year comes big expectations, and especially in businesses. Our reporter Stanley Lugaria took a walk in the streets of Kenya's capital, Nairobi, to find out what next for traders after the festivities.
Here at the Central Business District of Nairobi, day 2 of the year 2024, business as usual. Kenyans from all over the country have clicked or flocked in the CBD and are up and running for the pure day to make sure the year is also successful. Even as we usher in the year 2024, a lot of expectations are in store.
I don't see it's much different from 2023.
Indeed, the early bird catches the worm. After a long holiday and celebrations marking New Year on Monday, Kenyans have rushed back and it's business as usual.
Ningeomba hii ingekuja tu, maisha iweze kurudi chini, tuanze kushughulika kama sisi wazazi, tuweze kupata hata school fees. Juu maisha imekuwa ngumu, hata saa hii hatuna school fees ya kulipia watoto.
Let him, put a lot of emphasis on production.
In our quest to find out the state of business, many Kenyans now want President William Ruto to abolish harsh and increase taxes, claiming they have reduced purchasing power amongst Kenyans. They now want the president to increase subsidies for the farm imports and initiate reforms in various ministries to enhance growth and productivity in his government.
First of all, the issue of taxation has a great impact on the commoners.
Majority have spoken of hardships last year, one of them being the 2023 Finance Act, which left majority of Kenyans, more so those in the employment sector, without cash in their pockets.
Na biashara lazima kuwa na expectation. Ya kila mwaka lazima unakuwa na expect good thing to happen. Na mean as in economy itakuwa poa.
While addressing the nation with the New Year message at the Nakuru State House on the eve of the New Year, the president promised Kenyans, especially of the common cadre, including Mama Mboga, farmers and border that his government is going to primarily focus on empowering the class to achieve the cash in the pocket stalemate, which has proven to be a thorn in flesh.
We decided to enhance our tax revenues by Kenya shillings 600 billion to fund our programs and development, so as to safeguard our sovereignty and independence.
Reduce the expenditures because there's a lot of unnecessary expenditure in government, unnecessary movement here and there, let them cut on the expenditure. I think only one or two of his cabinets, these people, we can say that yes, they are equal to attack. Otherwise, these other guys are joyriders. And yes, he has to put the right team so that Kenya will be on the right track.
It is clear that festive is over, and now the year 2024 has already kick-started. Majority of officers indicating that indeed the nation is on the run. Stanley Lugaria, Lookuptv.
Thank you so much, Stanley Lugaria, for that story. Moving forward, the New Year's celebrations in Kagio, Kirinyaga County turned tragic after a 13-year-old boy drowned in an hotel swimming pool. As Mevin Getembe now reports, the boy was in a company of his mother and a young sibling when he suddenly went missing.
Grief has engulfed a family at Kagio in Kirinyaga County following the death of the 13-year-old son who drowned in a local hotel swimming pool as the family was celebrating the new year. According to Mwea West Sub-County Police Commander Mbati and Kantai, the body of the 13-year-old boy was retrieved at 11 p.m. yesterday night after 2 hours searching for his body in the swimming pool.
Sub-County Police Commander Mwea West. Leo hii mwendo wa saa 9 mchana, familia moja ambayo ilikuwa imeleta mwanae kuogelea katika kidimbwi cha hoteli fulani waliripoti kwamba mwana wao haonekani. Tuliweza conduct search kwa ile kidimbwi na mwendo wa saa 5 tumeweza kupata mwili wa mtoto wa miaka 13. Mwili hauna majeraha. Tunafanya uchunguzi kujua chanzo cha kifo cha mtoto huyo. Maiti ya mtoto inapelekwa katika hifadhi ya maiti ya Kirogoya. Ningependa kuhimiza familia ambazo zinaleta wanao katika mambo ya kuogelea kuhakikisha kwamba wanaweka tahadhari kuepusha maafa kama haya.
Witnessing the incident, relatives of the late says there was no injury spotted on the body of the deceased.
Mtoto wako na miaka 14, anasomea Rwangondu, ako grade 7 na aliingia hapo kwa hiyo swimming pool masaa ya saa 9 na amekuja kujulikana mtoto hayuko masaa ya saa 11.
The body was taken to Kirigoya mortuary awaiting postmortem as investigations around his death continues. Mevin Getembe, Lookuptv.
And that story by Mevin Getembe takes us on our first break right here on Bottom Line KE. Stick around, we'll be coming back with more updates for you.
What about mambo fantastic if not scholastic? Chota kuchota na Hatia Supermarket imerudi. Ukifanya tu shopping ya shilingi 1,000, wewe unaingia kwa promotion ya chota kuchota na Hatia Supermarket. Watu wanaendelea kushinda ndani ya Hatia Supermarket. Mwana tata kitoko. Wewe na umeshinda
nini? Yote. Hamsa. Wewe nalala.
Karibu ndani ya Hatia Supermarket uweze kuchota kwa wingi kabisa. Watu wanasema nini? Nakwambia kwamba chota kuchota. Unangoja nini?
Magari 7 za kushindaniwa, TV, fridge, microwave, shopping vouchers, school fees vouchers, instant prizes na zawadi zingine kemkem. Chota kuchota imethaminiwa na Hetia's Oven Fresh Bakery, Gigabyte, Mount Kenya Milk, Clover's Food Products, Velvet, Magic Drink, Pwani Oil, Arenco, Fruit Juice, Masterchef, Toilex, Coolsip, Mika, Wash Ultra, Philos, Prestol, Nivea, My Choice, Ushindi, Fresh Fry, Arimis Jelly, Cabernet Water, Dettol, Ketepa, Meta, Glucose, Coca-Cola, Rosy Tissue, Big Giant, Elbins, Unilever, Fresh, Unga wa Dola, Blue Band na Pasta Star. Shindano la chota kuchota linaanza tarehe 1 Disemba hadi tarehe 10 Februari mwaka 2024.
Hatia Supermarket, a world of choice.
Infinity Industrial Park is one of the largest private industrial parks located along Eastern Bypass, Nairobi, which provides modern infrastructure for smooth operations for industries and business enterprises. Infinity Industrial Park offers world-class amenities and facilities with wide roads, a police station, a power substation, fire station, public transport stage, hospital, and shopping mall. In addition, Infinity Industrial Park also offers CCTV cameras, 24-hour private armed security patrol, sewer, water, fiber optic cable, and 3-phase power connection, added to public utility, canteen, and dining areas. Sail on the golden opportunity to invest in Infinity Industrial Park, fully serviced warehouses at a special price of 3,569 Kenyan shillings per square foot. For more inquiries, visit our website infinityindustrialpark.com.
Welcome back. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and as well as on Signet. Keep your comments coming. We'll be sampling them as we continue with the broadcast. The youth have been urged to be involved in cultural events and familiarize with their great traditions. At the annual Abasoso Cultural Celebrations, Kakamega leaders led by woman representative Elsie Mohande noted that knowledge of traditional culture helps instill discipline and enhance cultural pride. From the Isikuti dance to partaking the traditional brew busa, and then to the old school rib cracking drama and good old wrestling. This is how the Abasoso annual cultural festival went down to usher in the new year at the Ishinoi grounds, Navaolo, Kakamega County. The cardinal message was to the youth who were urged to embrace their culture with an initiative aimed at instilling discipline and perpetuate their cultural heritage for the future generations.
Sisi kama watoto tunajivunia mila zetu za kutoka pale awali, kwa maana zinatusaidia vijana wetu wa sasa waweze kujua mila na desturi za mababu zetu, zile ambazo ni za maana zinaweza kutusaidia kwa sasa, kama vile madawa ya kienyeji, chakula ya kienyeji na kadhalika.
Kabila zetu za Waluya watoto wanaongoza kwa upande wa utamaduni, na ndio kwa sababu nilisema leo nije niwe na hawa nione wanafanya anga kitu gani, na wanafanya namna gani.
The leaders further called out the LGBTQIA+ community, saying the Luhya traditions were against the values of the queer community.
Tunalaani yale mambo ambayo yanaletwa na wazungu kama ile gayism, lesbianism ambayo wanataka wahalalisha hapa Kenya. Utamaduni huu, kupitia kwa utamaduni huu tunalaani iko kitendo, na hatutaki vijana wetu wahusiane na mambo ya gayism na lesbianism. Hayo mambo yanalaaniwa hata na hawa watoto ambao wameandaa sherehe ya siku ya leo.
Kakamega Women Representative Elsie Mohande, lauding the celebrations, also noted with concern the delay of disbursement of CDF funds which are vital to the community.
Sherehe ni ya kufana sana, na tukiendelea kuweka mambo ya kitamaduni, tukifundisha watoto wetu mambo ya kitamaduni, itatusaidia hata mambo ya mimba ya mapema. Watoto watafundishwa ya kwamba kulikuwa na ile miaka ya kuolewa, kulikuwa na miaka ya utaratibu. Na vile tunaingia Januari, sisi tunaomba serikali kuu ilete pesa kwa CDF na ilete pesa yenye tutasaidia watu wetu, kwa maana gharama ya maisha iko juu. Watu wetu vile shule zinafunguka hawana school fees.
Healthcare services at Medihill Hospital in Nakuru County have been paralyzed for 2 days in a row after health workers downed their tools, citing non-payment of their salaries for the last 4 months. They vote to carry on with the strike until their demands are met. These and more stories in the county wrap.
In Medihill Hospital in Nakuru County, services have ground to a halt as workers cite a 4 months of unpaid salaries. Led by their chairman Ivan Segon, the determined staff declared that the strike will persist until their financial grievances are addressed.
I am Ivan Segon, been working here for the past 2 years, and we have raised our issues a number of times to the administration, and so far the communication is not quite clear. Most of these people are parents, as you can see. We cannot afford to take our kids back to school. At the moment, there's no work that is going to go on at Medihill, Nakuru, until all salaries have been paid, complete salaries.
Meanwhile, in a growing wave of concern, the business community and residents of Difathers Town in Murinduko Ward, Mwea Sub-County, Kirinyaga County, have expressed their distress over the escalating cases of insecurity plaguing their locality. The call for urgent action intensified following a recent incident where thieves broke into a shop on Monday night, making away with items of undisclosed value. Despite the residents' swift response leading to the arrest of a suspect, their frustrations heightened when the individual was released under unclear circumstances.
Walikuwa wanavamia duka ya wananchi hapa, waliweza kushikwa usiku na wananchi wakafanya vizuri sana, wakawapeleka ndani pale kwa polisi. Lakini ilifanyika hivi wakati wamewapeleka pale, juu polisi wanataka kitu kidogo wakapewa na wakaachilia. Pale ukipeleka mtu amefanya hatia, kuna haki unapata.
Tunaomba serikali soon and very soon they are taking step. Saa ile watakuja kuokota maiti kama hapa Difathers, ndivyo watajua Difathers kweli wako na hasira.
Elsewhere, in a promising development for widows in Siaya County, members of the County Assembly have committed to completing the formulation of a groundbreaking law aimed at safeguarding their rights. Susan Okwiri, the West Jamward representative and a member of the Siaya County Assembly Youth, Education and Gender Service Committee, disclosed that the committee has successfully concluded its work on the Widows Protection Bill. The legislation is now poised for standard legislative process, awaiting approval in the full house once they reconvene this year.
I decided to stand in for them. I called all the widows from my ward. We ate together and had some few meals for the day for them to celebrate with the family. One committee that where the bill falls in, we've discussed it at length. We are only waiting to come to the chambers and finish it. Widows Protection Bill is to give them, to let them know who they are, what a widow is, their rights, and other things that they can get through them.
Martin Masharia, Lookuptv.
Time for some sporting action. The 2009 KPL League champions Sofapaka FC have appointed Zedekiah Otieno, popularly known as Zico, as the new coach. Zico returns to touchline after being out for close to a period of 6 months after leaving the KCB FC at the end of the last season due to the expiry of his contract. Will be deputized by Ezekiel Akwana, who has been in charge of the club since October on interim basis following the sacking of the Burundian coach Francis Aringingo. Sitiko Young FC and the champions of the DRM Foundation Football Tournament, Sitiko FC clinched the title after beating Musanda FC 2-0 in women's category. Kahandala Superstars edged Mwangaza Starlets by solitary goal as they were crowned the winners. Both Sitiko and Kandala were awarded trophies, medals and prize and money.
This is just the start. We are looking at bigger things. We don't want to focus more on the games. Right now it's the games, but we also want to look at the digital space. So what can we introduce for our young people to start working on? We want something that is more sustainable to the whole community, rather than just having the games, but more of spread it out to see what young people can engage in diversity. So the people who are good in games, the people who are good in the digital space, open up opportunities for young people in all areas that we can find. That's what the intention is.
Kongoli FC and Namwache Super Ladies are the champions of the Kandui NG-CDF football tournament organized by the Kandui MP John Makali. Kongoli FC clinched the title after a 1-goal win over Kibabii FC in the women's category. Namwache Super Ladies crushed Mashambani Queens FC 2-1 in the final match encounter. The area MP John Makali stated that apart from the talent nurturing talent, he will ensure that youth will benefit from quality education courtesy of the NG-CDF, as he urged the national government to release the funds earlier to the constituencies.
Kama hii tu ambapo Kibabii waliibuka na ushindi wa mabao 2-0.
Tutajenga talanta, tutasimama na nyinyi tuweze kujenga talanta, na tukimaliza hii michezo tunaenda kwa maneno ya elimu. Tunaenda kwa maneno ya elimu. Mimi nataka kuambia serikali ya Kenya na idara ya finance ya treasury waweze kutoa pesa ya CDF kuja kulipa basari za watoto wetu hii Januari.
Mchezo umefanya imeleta vijana wetu pamoja, na tukiendelea hivyo tutakuwa tunakuza talanta. Ile kitu tutafanya hii mwaka, naomba kwa sababu hawa vijana wetu kuna fixtures zilikuwa zina clash, tunatumia same fields, so ilikuwa ngumu kwa, ilikuwa challenge kwao. So nataka kuomba wabunge wenye wako hapa, I think next time tucheze michezo za MCA tumalize, alafu tu hand over kwa mbunge naye hand over kwa governor, alafu tuunde timu moja ya county. Mninalanga upande wa timu ya Kibabii.
Now, as schools set to open from next week, Kijiji Cup Sports was organized in Samburu County to raise scholarship and sanitary towels for the girls. Alamano Rangers clinched the title after 2-1 win over Rangau. The founder of the Kijiji Cup, Mboki Lesupia, stated that the cup has been successful and it is main agenda to empower the young talent and support access to quality education.
Kijiji Cup, its main agenda for this year was on the pad bank, but we are also continuing with the scholarship fund whereby we sponsor 4 kids for the kids who will qualify to the semi-finals. So we are hopeful that after today, that we'll be able to get more support from the various stakeholders who supported us. We are grateful to all.
Kijiji Cup is about
doing better and doing good for the community, especially the pad bank. Now we have a Kijiji pad bank that we launched, and it's going on well. Thank you to the well-wishers who are coming through to support this noble cause. And as we finalize on the finals today, we look forward to keeping this initiative going. We would like to ask well-wishers to continue supporting us, especially the county government. Sanitary towels is as basic as breathing.
Well, and that is it from the news desk right here on Lookuptv. Many thanks for watching, and those that made this bulletin a success, not forgetting my director Duncan Rondo, the sound technician Sean Luke, and my producer Nancy Nelima. Our sign language interpreter tonight has been Josephine Oko. Have a good night, but meanwhile, bye-bye for now.